Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on an episode of Side Flick. My name is Chris. We've got so much movie news to dive into today. The Spider-Man news content just does not stop. But we're not only just going to be talking about some Spider-Man news, we have other things currently going on in the movie industry that are just as exciting. We just got the trailer for Cobra Kai Season 3. You guys don't know this, but I'm a huge Cobra Kai fan. We've got some updates on Space Jam 2. That is so much more. So I'm going to need you movie fans to leave me your opinions down below here on Side Flick. If you're new to this show, I like to take all the interesting little news stories that's been going around that aren't big enough for their own huge video, but still bring them to your attention right here. So if you think that's something you like, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, man. Trying to hit 250k for the end of the year. Oh yeah, and the old set is back right here. Some of y'all were missing it, and here it is. But if none of that seems appealing to you, at least hit that like button, man. Alright, so we just have no time to waste here. We have to dive into everything going on right now, and you know what? I am feeling gracious today. I'm not gonna save the Spider-Man story to the end of the video, because we know that's the most juiciest thing everyone wants to talk about right now. Let's talk about it now. Alright, since it takes me a while to make a side flick for you guys, you probably have already heard the news by now, but hours ago, it was announced that Charlie Cox is set to return as Daredevil in Spider-Man 3. Like, at this point, I'm expecting Kevin Feige to give me a call and say, Chris, you're in Spider-Man 3. And I'm like, oh, get that. Thank you, Feige. And I would usually give this its own separate video and make it a huge big deal here, but man, I'm getting to the point now where all these announcements, all these people being set up in Spider-Man 3, I don't know if there's room for my good old Daredevil in here. Now, the source this is coming from is Murphy's Multiverse here. Now, you guys might recognize them. We've used them once before here on the channel, so I actually find these guys very reliable when it comes to movie news. I've only seen them get stuff wrong here and there, and even when they do get stuff wrong, they come out and admit their mistake, correct it, instead of some other websites who go ahead and pretend like they are always 100% right. So because of that, that's why this rumor is getting a lot of attention here, but they have it listed in this article. Daredevil is about to be reborn in the MCU. That's the latest bombshell we've heard from several of our trusted sources. Now that Netflix shows are toast, Kevin Feige finally has a chance to envision the character to fit his ever-growing sandbox of a multi-platform universe. Now, the reason that this could be happening for Spider-Man is because if you guys don't know, ever since all the shows got canceled on Netflix, those Marvel shows with Charlie Cox's Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, after those shows ended, there was a clause in the Netflix contract that said, fine, Marvel, once you end these shows, you can't use these characters for 2 years. And you know what? Those 2 years have passed now, and it looks like Marvel did not want to waste any time and are gonna bring in Daredevil. Now, I absolutely love this. Daredevil is an incredible character that I don't think gets enough attention. Heck, I have a whole stack of Daredevil comics right here. All this is Daredevil. I love the boy. But I think anyone getting really excited or super pumped up about this is getting a little bit ahead of themselves, because to me, this is sounding like it's just going to be a cameo, maybe like 30 seconds at the most. We've heard rumors for the longest time that Peter Parker, Tom Holland in this movie would need some sort of lawyer to kind of defend himself from everything he's being accused of in the third Spider-Man movie, because remember, it ends with him being accused of the murder for Mysterio. With him being on the run and captured by police, he probably wants to go to someone he entrusts and just happens to stumble upon Charlie Cox's Daredevil and then get some advice. I doubt we will see him in costume. If anything, I think we'll just see him being a lawyer. I am very happy with the choice of Daredevil, because there were some rumors that it could have been Jessica Walters who plays She-Hulk, and since she was getting her own Disney Plus show and that was all confirmed, I thought it was for sure a given that she would be the one to be the lawyer for Spider-Man. But no, it's looking like it's Daredevil here, and again, even though this is a trusted source, even though I believe them and think this might actually be happening, I'm just hesitant. This movie feels like it's so long that we just got the announcement of Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and they're bringing their girlfriends with them, Emma Stone and MJ. Unless this movie is like 5 hours long and has like a 30-minute end credit scene, I don't see how all they can fit all this. So that's why I kind of put it on Side Flick right now, because man, this is awesome news, but the skeptic in me is like, alright, now it's way too many characters. How are they gonna do this? In Marvel, we trust, but we'll see Marvel. How do you guys feel about Charlie Cox's Daredevil being part of Spider-Man 3? Alright, moving on from there, we have to talk about the trailer for Cobra Kai Season 3. Now, like I said, I actually am a big Cobra Kai fan, guys. I cannot believe how much I ended up loving the show when I binged it when it came to Netflix. I always thought there was no way they can make a sequel show about the kids from Karate Kid when they're all grown up, make it focus on the bad guy, actually work out. But when I tell you, every episode is heart-pounding, thrilling, and all the characters are actually likable and you're invested in them, like, This is literally in my top 3 shows of all time. That's how good this thing is. And with the season 3 trailer, it seems to be getting even better. We're seeing the aftermath here of what went down in the end of season 2 that, oh my god, I was like, what? Miguel, happy he's surviving. Looks like he's going to be out of the ring for a while. Probably not going to be coming back to like season 4, which they have confirmed is in the works. But aside from that, my favorite parts of this trailer is seeing that Johnny and Daniel are going to be teaming up. We even get a little tease here that they're going to be in some sort of mechanic shop and they're going to get attacked. I've been wanting to see these guys team up and fight people together. I cannot wait for that to go down. Like, the choreography fight scenes in this Cobra Kai show are actually really good. I still feel so bad for the character of Robbie right here. That's one of the brilliant parts of this show, is that there's a blurred line on between who's the bad guy, who's the good guy, because really you can make an argument for any character here being the bad guy, but also having a good side to them. I guess minus John Kreese, the sensei, who seems to be the ultimate bad guy for season 3. And like that shot right there in the trailer where it looks like he's going to be going after Robbie to recruit him, the stakes just get higher. Some other exciting things here is that they also go ahead and give us a hint to what's coming by showing some characters that we've known in sequel Karate Kid movies. That is a love interest that Daniel had in the second movie. That's going to be a little fun to watch, see how he handles that. And then the villain for that film also coming back. So I'm loving how they're tying in all the other Karate Kid movies and they're not just focusing on the lore from the first film. So I love season 3 trailer. I can't wait to watch it. I'll definitely be making some sort of separate video on this when it finally comes out. But if you have not watched Cobra Kai, I need you guys to check that thing out. Watch the first Karate Kid movie, then dive into Cobra Kai. You won't regret it. But for you fans of Cobra Kai, what did you think about the season 3 trailer? Alright, and something that I would usually put in the very beginning of this video just because it is a smaller news story, but I had to talk about it here. We have the creators of Ready or Not and the people who are handling the new Scream movie just got attached to a new horror film, and I like the premise of this. Play Discussing here has it reported that Ready or Not and Scream filmmakers Radio Silence directing MGM horror movie Reunion. This is the premise for the film. In Reunion, the horrific experience of a high school reunion is taken to new extreme when a group of uninspired old friends become the only hope for survival against an unwelcome shape-shifting creature. That right there, I think, spells the formula for something really fun to go down. So not only is it a bunch of people going to their high school reunion, so we're looking at maybe people in their 30s or 40s, but the people you went to high school with, now you're dealing with a shape-shifting monster coming to attack you. Like, that has all the essence of like an 80s horror movie to me. That sounds like a lot of fun, and seeing what they did with Ready or Not, I am all up for these filmmakers. They have a good blend of horror and comedy, and I'm hoping they bring that into Scream 5. We still have yet to see any actual footage from 5 Cream, but I'm thinking the movie is going to be really well done. It's going to surprise us all. So them making even more horror movies in the industry, I think, is a great thing here. You guys hear the premise for Reunion. Do you like the idea for it, and will you be watching it? We also got an update here on what's been going on with Space Jam 2, A New Legacy. LeBron James has made some comments recently on the film and what's going down. Now, I know there's a lot of people talking about how at CCXP, which was a Comic-Con that happened over the weekend that was super disappointing, they had a little Space Jam 2 promo in it, but since that has been released, it has been kind of clarified that that actually isn't footage from the movie, but instead a separate little promo that was made outside of the film just to kind of hype people up at the convention. So I was kind of scared because I was not loving the animation style of Bugs Bunny in that promo, but now we know that's not actually what he's going to be looking like in the movie. But here specifically in this interview, LeBron James went ahead and revealed a couple of things that I find fascinating about the film. One thing he said in particular is he finally confirmed once and for all is the Monstars, the lovable villains from the first Space Jam movie, are not the villains for this film. Yeah, we've kind of known this for a while. Kind of sad that they won't be the actual villains. The rumor since then was that they were going to bring in Pennywise and the Mask and bring all these guys to be the villain team, but since then it's also been confirmed that that's not what's happening. Instead, before the basketball game goes down, Bugs Bunny and LeBron James are going to be jumping through different movies in Warner Brothers lineup and meeting all these characters, and then they go have their basketball game. Instead, he just goes ahead and says this: there will be a basketball game, I'll say that, James said, and there will be some people that are a little bit out of this world that we're competing against. So that's what we're getting here. It's going to be alien beings, which again, those kind of were the villains for the first Space Jam movie. They were aliens in the cartoon world. So it'll be another group of aliens that might take over other NBA players' powers and use them to their advantage. So basically a copycat Monstars. In that CCX XP panel, there was a guy who was giving the announcements, and he was holding a silver ball, and he was talking about how that silver basketball is one of the keys to the plot of Space Jam. So that might be the thing. If you remember the first Space Jam, all these guys had to touch that basketball and they got their power sucked away from them. Same sort of thing might be happening here, or the aliens might be wanting that silver basketball because it's vital to their planet. Either way, that's still pretty cool to know. But that is just all the movie news we currently have going on right now, guys. We are set to get some news on the live action Mortal Kombat movie, so stay tuned on the channel for that. I'm thinking they're going to reveal some costumes or maybe little snippets of footage, so make sure you're subscribed for that content. Check out all the other Spider-Man videos I have. I'm going to link them down below. But you beautiful people, stay doing what you're doing. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. But as always, my name is Chris. Take care.